Many of the best ideas are also the simplest, and Darwin's theory of evolution by survival of the fittest is no exception. It really shapes our understanding of the biology of life on this planet. Many of you will be familiar with the general idea. Evolution happens gradually. Genetic changes arise spontaneously and at random. And what evolution does, it retains those changes that confer some sort of advantage to the organism that carries them, because it increases the ability of that organism to successfully reproduce and therefore to pass those genes on to the following generation. And this is an incredibly simple and beautiful idea, but there's a problem, and that's that since evolution's been going on since life has existed on this planet, how come organisms haven't achieved evolutionary perfection? Now, to answer this question, I try and look at evolution happening in real time. How, you might ask? Evolution takes hundreds, thousands, millions of years. Well, that's untrue, but only if you reproduce slowly. So I work with an organism that actually reproduces very, very quickly, and so it evolves quickly. It's a soil amoeba. It lives in the soil, it's a microorganism, it eats bacteria, it divides, it makes copies of itself. And what I try and do in the lab is I try to evolve super amoeba. I try to find the fittest amoeba. And for an amoeba, that means making lots of copies of yourself. And it turns out this is relatively easy to do. There's a lot of room for improvement for an amoeba. But what I find is that these super strains of amoeba are very good under some environments, but if I change the environment, then those advantages not only lost, they actually become disadvantages. So they trade off their ability to grow, to make copies of themselves in one environment, with their ability to do so in another. So who cares? Well, actually, these sorts of trade-offs are ubiquitous in nature, and all organisms are constrained in their evolution by these mechanisms. And that includes organisms and even cell types that are harmful to us as human beings. And a particularly interesting example of this is actually cancer cells, because cancer cells face very similar trade-offs to those that I see in amoebae. Namely, their ability to proliferate actually trades off with their ability to survive stressful conditions. So if they are better at growing, they're actually less good at surviving toxic environments. And so understanding the mechanisms by which these trade-offs occur could help to inform treatment strategies so that we can essentially encourage cancer cells that become less good at proliferating and therefore less harmful to patients. So I just want to finish by saying that the next time something doesn't work out so well for you, don't worry too much. Perfection's a biological impossibility. Thanks for your time.